Hello, Oregon Moto John here, getting the CRF 450 all ready for the dunes. This is going to become my dedicated dune bike. I have a little experience with riding on the sand dunes, and it's just a lot of fun. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. Want to do a little review on this HRF flag mount. This thing's awesome. I've used a mount that goes on the fender, and it works fine. Pretty easy, it just clips on, but it does, kind of wiggles around on your fender, so it does chafe up your stickers and things. So I was trying to find a option that wouldn't do that, and I think this is it. Very sturdy. It only took me like 5 minutes to put on. You just remove your exhaust mount bolt here and this plastic mount bolt here, and it just goes on underneath this, both of these, and very, very easy install. It didn't, I thought maybe it'd push the plastics up and mounting underneath or cause a problem, and it didn't. It didn't change anything. It's perfect. So then you can take a mount of your choice and put on here, and this is super sturdy. It looks good. It doesn't look bad. I was afraid it might look bad, but it looks good. So anyway, highly recommend. Literally installed in 5 minutes. It just has two places where it attaches. It attaches on top of this exhaust mount point here, and then you can see it running back to the front where the plastic mounts there. So it's very secure having two mounting points. Really, really pleased. Doesn't add, I don't know what it weighs, but it's not heavy. So HRF flag mount for a Honda 450R. So just for reference, here's the Zen X10 flag mount I've always used. It just kind of is a pretty simple method. You can see it's made to where it kind of clips around the fenders. You'd stretch this down and around, and it would catch, this lip over here, and then you would, stretch this across and, catch the other lip over there. Worked well, never had it pop off, never had any problems, so I do like these. But you can see where this kind of, when the flag rocks back and forth when you're riding, this bottom surface is going to chafe a little bit around on your fender. And again, it didn't do any terrible damage. I haven't used it on this bike yet, but it does, there's movement there. With sand gets in there and there's movement. So I guess with this, I was kind of looking for, something that would bolt directly on here. This is super sturdy. I'm very happy with it. So that HRF mount, they did a nice job there. So you can see HRF mount, and you can get this in silver, you can get it in black like I've got it, or you could get it in a color where it's kind of black and gray. If I could go back, I might have gotten that. Black works though, doesn't stand out. You can go with either one. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm gonna have footage of me riding on the dunes, and I don't do any real big tricks or anything, but maybe if you're a beginner and you'd like to try riding at the dunes, I'm going to give tips on tips for beginners. I've only been riding on the dunes a couple years ago. I was just kind of interested in it, and Buddy and I just decided, let's do it. And it's a lot of fun. I love riding on the dunes. Again, I'm not an expert, but knock on wood, I don't wreck. So, but I have ridden for years, so the sand just as fun. The 450 is a great bike for the dunes. Lots of power. Sand eats power, so I feel like the Honda 450 or any other 450, 500 motocross bike is really a perfect setup for the dunes. But I will have some instructional video because I didn't ride on sand for years because I don't know. I just thought I would wreck, but I think it helps having a bike with a paddle tire. I use the Scat Trax, I think Intimidator or something, and it's worked well for me. It's got a central rib here to give a little lateral stability, as well as when you're on pavement, like in a parking lot, it doesn't drop in between the paddles, so it's smoother. I've had really good luck with that even as a beginner. It just seemed to work. And then I use a Michelin, I think, what is this called? Starcross. Maybe it's, yeah, X Starcross 5 sand. That's what I'm using on the front. And it's worked fine. I think I run 10 to 12 pounds in each one of those tires, and I just haven't had any trouble. So anyway, like and subscribe. This mount I highly recommend if you have a bike where you're going to be using it mainly for the dunes. I mean, it's nice to have a something that you can just leave on there. It goes on there, it's sturdy. I don't see it causing any trouble, and it bolted right on without any trouble. All right, well, right on, be safe, and like and subscribe if you want to see some more instructional content on sand dune riding and even just regular riding.